Hi YouTube, it's Carrie, Lady VSG, here with my week 5 post-op update. Today is May 11th, 2015. I had my vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery on April 6th, 2015 down in Tijuana, Mexico with Dr. Ariel Ortiz at the Obesity Control Center. So my stats, I'm 5'7". When I booked the surgery, I weighed 301.8 pounds. The day of surgery, I weighed in at 272 pounds. And today I weighed in at 248.7 pounds. So a loss of 2.2 pounds from last week and an overall loss of 53.1 pounds. So I'm very excited about that. So I guess just the weekly check-in. I'm feeling really good. I feel like I've got my energy levels back, even though I'm still probably only getting between 600 to 800 calories a day. So I'm assuming my body's sort of acclimating to that. I'm not really feeling hungry, at least not the way I used to. The head hunger's still there, but it's not as awful as it was, especially the first couple weeks after surgery when I was on the liquid diet, and it was like I just want to stuff my face with things I can chew. So that's good. The head hunger is still something I'm having to deal with because I'm still not, we go out to a restaurant and it's like, I know I can eat 2 scrambled eggs and that's it. But I still want to order, 2 scrambled eggs and some bacon or something. And it's like, it'll come and I'll eat, most of my eggs and like 1 bite of bacon and be really uncomfortable for 10 minutes and think to myself, why am I doing this? I know intellectually that I cannot eat this much food, and it takes me a long time just to eat my 2 scrambled eggs. But I think it's just I'm still learning. Hopefully it'll sink in soon. It works out when I'm out with my sister and her family because I can order that 2 eggs and sausage and toast meal or whatever, and I'll share it with her 3-year-old because that she wants sausage and she wants pancakes, and so if I can substitute pancakes for the toast, whatever, we can split a meal and it's fine. But yeah, it's stuff like that. It's easier for me if I just cook for myself at home. So this weekend I made just ground beef and refried beans together with a can of diced tomatoes, and I put some cheese in there, just so sort of like a taco bake. I'm not allowed to have lettuce, uncooked vegetables, things like that yet. The lettuce and crunchy things like potato chips and taco shells and nuts and seeds, those I can't have until I'm 3 months post-op, so that'll be closer to the 4th of July. So, just in time for 4th of July, I can have potato chips. But for the most part, it's just easier to make my own food at home and pack it around everywhere. I am excited once I get to the point where I can eat regular food and possibly the nuts and seeds and crunchy things to try Quest bars. I've never tried a Quest bar. I hear great things. I'm intrigued by all their flavors that are really appealing to me. My sister tried, I think, the s'mores one recently and said she didn't actually think it was that good, but some of the other ones she has also heard good things about. So, so excited to try Quest bars because sometimes I just don't feel like cooking, and I like having those sorts of things around that I can just grab. Plus, I'm going to Worldcon in Spokane the end-ish of August. And one of the things that I have learned from years of going to other conventions, PAX mostly, but, other things, is that if I can have just a supply of power bars or something in my bag that I can carry around with me, because there never seems to be food that I'm willing to pay for that I'm willing to eat around when I need to eat. And so I want to sort of, before August, taste test these Quest bars, so I've got that kind of figured out and ready to go. Because there is a part of me that really likes planning things out, things like that. So, so that's my goal for future me. I'm sure you can tell by my outfit, I am still doing my best to be active every day. So the 2 things that I am doing right now, I got a Groupon for a Bikram yoga place kind of near my house. And they have a class Monday through Friday at 9 a.m., which is early enough that I can make it and come home and shower and still get to work. Because I don't, I work, I have a 45-minute commute, but I don't start until 2. So I need to be out of the house by 1. So 9 to 10:30, I can get home, I can shower, I can dink around on the internet if I want to, and I can still get to work. So I'm going to start that up on Wednesday. I've done hot yoga in the past. I did it in Boise when I was going to school and loved it. That was a regular hot yoga thing though, so those classes were only 60 minutes long, and I know the Bikram yoga is 90 minutes long. So I'm a little bit nervous that, because, by the end of the 60 minutes, I was like, I kind of think I'm going to die. Like, this is exhausting. I'm so hot and sweaty and tired. So I feel like, it's going to take me a couple weeks to sort of get up there so I can get through the 90 minutes and not feel terrible, or, not terrible, but be exhausted. But at the same time, I know that it's good for me. I felt really good doing that sort of thing, so I'm excited to get back into that. And then the other thing I'm doing during the week is Zumba on Tuesdays and Thursdays at my gym, because there's also a 9 o'clock class for that, and I like the consistency of, okay, at 9 o'clock every day, I go work out, and I do one of these two things. Also, if I wake up late and I can't make it to either of those classes, there is a sort of trail around the park where I live that I can walk, and it's like a 1-mile loop. I usually do it 2 times to get 2 miles in. But so that's sort of the activities that I'm doing right now. Things that are a little simpler, easier to join, kind of get me into the habit of being active, and then I figure I'll do a little bit harder stuff later. I do want to take up some kind of strength training, so I'm intrigued by the body pump class that I see every day, but I'm still intimidated by it. And I haven't been cleared to actually do strength training yet, so that'll probably have to wait a little bit longer. My ultimate goals, once I get down to around 200 pounds, I do want to start riding horses again. I did that when I was younger and loved it. I was one of those girls that was totally obsessed with horses. I would love to sort of get back into that. I don't think I will try to be, real competitive, but I would love to get to a point where I was riding, 2 times a week, maybe 3 times a week. I think to do that, I'd probably have to be leasing a horse. And so that would be some time out. Like, I would have to get the skill set back and know what I'm doing and that kind of thing. But that's my long-term goal. A sort of shorter term goal for being active. So we've been camping a lot this weekend. Well, we went camping this weekend. We also went camping last weekend. And kayaking looks like fun to me. I've never done it. It looks intriguing. I like that there's a paddle on either end of your paddle. I don't know what the terminology is. My sister has done it. She's really enjoyed it. So I'm looking for some Groupon, looking through Groupon and Living Social and stuff for kayaking classes. I know REI does one. They have one set up for the end of May and one set up for the end of June. Hopefully they'll do another one in July, because both of those dates, the May and June date, I have to work. And the class is from 9 to 3, so it doesn't fit in with my schedule because I have to be at work at 2. So, but it looks like something that would be fun. I don't think I would buy a kayak. From what I was seeing on REI's website, they're a little expensive, and I don't think that I would actually use it enough to make it worthwhile. But, it would be something that in the summer, or when we're at the beach or whatever, we could rent kayaks and dink around on the water for a little while. And it seems like fun. And I would totally buy the wetsuit and the, that kind of gear. But I don't think I would actually buy the kayak. But I thought that would be something that would be fun to do. And when we go camping at the beach, I could go rent a kayak for however long you rent a kayak for, like an hour or 3 hours, I don't know. And then I could get some activity in that isn't just me lazing around on the beach or, half-ass walking on the beach, because that's kind of what I'm doing now. Let's see what's going on aside from that. Oh, I'm starting to have to buy new clothes. So my 3X scrubs don't really fit anymore. The tops are fine. It's kind of okay to wear tops that are a little too big. The pants are ridiculous. The crotches are just saggy and not attractive. I can't cinch them up tight enough that I can bend over and not fear that my pants are going to fall down. So I did go into Walmart yesterday and buy some 2X scrub bottoms. So we'll see. I know it's going to be weird because I've gotten so used to my big baggy scrubs that I'm going to feel like these 2X1s are way too tight on me. But it's that awesome in between where it's like my 2Xs are too tight and my 3Xs are falling down. So neither of them are real professional, but I don't have a whole lot of other options. I'm trying to hold off on buying new clothes aside from that because I know, I mean, okay, so I've lost 50 pounds. I'm not, like, I can wear a size 20 jeans. I was wearing a 22, kind of a 24, depending on the style. But, and the thighs fit just fine, but the waist is way too tight, and I, like, super muffin top over it. So it's, I've lost all this weight, and I haven't really gone down much of a pant size that I'm comfortable with. So I don't want to be shelling out for clothes because I feel like it's going to be a while, That doesn't seem worth it at this moment. I do want to get some compression garments. My friend who had the VSG surgery a couple years ago said basically once she had the surgery, she just wore compression garments, like a compression shirt and a compression shorts all the time. And she didn't really have much problem with loose skin. Now, I don't know how much of that is true, like if the compression garments actually helped with that, or if it was just her own lucky genetics and skin elasticity and things like that. So, but I figure it's certainly not going to hurt to try. I mean, I had to get a couple new sports bras. I'm not really in love with these, but these are like the $10 Walmart ones. My old sports bra was the $70 one that, I'd been fitted for and was amazing, but it was 4 years old and it broke. And I don't want to shell out $70 for bras that might not last me, that certainly are not going to last me another 4 years. So, I'm suffering through these $10 sports bras, but they work fine. I mean, the cleavage is a little ridiculous, but at the same time, it's like, it's actually it's not that much cleavage considering my bust size. So, just gotta suck it up and get used to it, I guess. Since, these are my options. I can shell out money over and over again for really nice things, or I can just deal with getting by with the inexpensive stuff that I don't mind having to replace because it was only $10. So that's kind of what's going on with me right now. I hope you guys are all doing great, and I will see you again next week. Bye.